What's up, y'all? It's Ray Ray. It is so cold out here, guys. Winter is close by, and today I'm going to teach you how to put your beds to sleep for the season. Welcome to Ray Ray's Garden, y'all. Putting your beds to sleep for the season is basically just a means of getting those suckers ready for like a 3-month dormant season, aka winter. In order to shut down a bed, we're going to strip all the mulch off, add a whole bunch of organic matter, things like compost, manure. I'm going to do some chopped comfrey leaves and some other greens I still have lying around, and then I'm just going to remulch it. That gives everything like 3 months of aging time and a whole bunch of deep freezes, maybe some mild freezes, and a bunch of melts towards the end of winter, and that's going to make everything ready for spring, y'all. As you'll see later on, adding a thick layer of mulch is super important. It's going to help keep temperatures regulated and stop any erosion from either rain, snow melt off, or whatever else shows up this winter. That's it. This is a simple no-till method that'll get your beds ready for spring. Let me show y'all what I do. Step 1 is to remove the mulch. Off camera, I actually clipped some of the tomato plants that were still in this bed, and I took the debris and kind of sat it aside. We're going to use that later. And then I just took my rake and just gently got all the leaves off and then the wood chips. The thing is, I had a very busy November. I was gone for like half the month, and so I had no choice but to clip all the leaves with the lawnmower and just dump them on this bed. Once we get everything off of this bed, it's going to make it so much easier to work directly with the soil. Step 2 is actually 2 parts, y'all. I'm putting down some of these old comfrey leaves and some other greens like some marigolds and whatever else I had lying around, and I'm going to put that directly on the soil, and then I'm going to add the manure. That way that stuff can break down. Comfrey is one of the most important plants I grow back here because I use it for everything, for fertilizer, composting, and even shutting down these beds. The second half of part 2 is literally just dumping this compost and getting it spread. It got cold, y'all. In fact, last night it got down to like 20 here out of nowhere. It was like in the 30s and 40s right before that. And so foolishly, I left this outside and it froze. And so I stuck it in the shop, put some heaters near it, and tried to thaw it out. And that's why it's a little hard to chop up. Don't do what I did, guys, and let your stuff freeze. Anyway, we got this stuff spread, and now it's time for part 3. The third and final step is easy, y'all. We're just going to remulch this bed. But the thing is, I'm trying to get the crushed leaves to be the first layer, because that has a greater chance of breaking down with all the stuff on top. And that black gold that comes from leaves is just beautiful. And I think it's one of the reasons my garden is so successful every year. That, and it attracts a ton of worms. And if you're like me and you love the worm farm, you know how important worms are in a garden. So the more leaves, the better. Unfortunately, like I said, I was gone a lot of this November, so my leaves are a little skimpy, but that's all right. Now I'm just going to simply add back the wood chips. I never really quite have enough wood chips, y'all, so I'm kind of stealing from the inside of this garden bed because it's all wood chips in here, and I'm just going to spread it as thick as I have it and hopefully get a couple inches on there. In an ideal world, I'd like 4 to 6 inches of wood chips, but that never really happens for me. Come spring, these wood chips are not going to be fully broke down, but you'll be able to notice like half of them are gone because they turned into beautiful soil, and it is just fantastic to see how black everything gets in the spring. I absolutely love it. I've done it now for years in this garden bed, and I really think that's what's built my soul so awesomely. Highly recommend wood chips, y'all. And that's it, guys. Your garden bed is now tucked in and ready for winter. If you do this method, your bed by spring is going to be full of nutrients and ready for you to plant all those greens you've been dreaming about all winter. At least I know I do. Thanks for joining me today, y'all. And if you found this useful, please share this video, like, and subscribe to my channel. And maybe share your own winterizing tips in the comments below. We'll catch you next time. Ray Ray out.